Welcome back to Paterna. Here's another video showcasing a level that I picked at random. Well, not quite at random. I played some random levels until I've found one that I felt was good enough to talk about it, or interesting enough rather. I will also use this to discuss some of the options here. You see, we can enter a seed for the level, the approximate size and difficulty, and these are actually the settings for this specific level, and this is stored in the level descriptor that we can insert down here and then hit apply to get all the options that were used to generate this specific level. And there are a few more options here. We can turn off inequalities, connectivity information, which is combined with radius information sometimes. We can set the minimum maximum radius for information and some other things. And I wanted to highlight here random color distribution. It's currently off, but in the current version of the game colors normally come in clusters. So for example, all nodes to the bottom left are blue or something like that. You can actually disable that to have truly random colors. This normally makes levels a lot more difficult. We're not going to do that this time. And off we go. So this is the level. It's quite small, as you can see, but still there is some thinking required to solve it. First, we know that there have to be 5 nodes down here and 3 connected down here. Okay. Now I need to check how I actually did it. So the first thing to know is that there are 6 pattern nodes in total, and 5 of them are up here in the highlighted area. So there's exactly 1 outside, so either down here, here, or here, or here. Now if we use this one tells us that all of the pattern nodes in this highlighted area are connected. Does that help us? Yes, it does. This means that this node down here cannot be in the pattern. Why? Well, if this is in, then we know that these 2 and this one over here, they are all out. So the only 2 nodes that this node down here is connected to, they're both not in the pattern. So we'll have to take, say, these 2. But then the nodes down here wouldn't be connected. So we know for a fact that this one has to be out. So I thought that was already quite an interesting step we'd have to take. Now we'll continue with another interesting move. You see there are 3 down here and 3 up here. And in total there are 6. This tells us that the one node that is in the intersection of the red nodes and the yellow nodes cannot be in the pattern, because if it was in, this would decrease to a 2 and this would decrease to a 2, plus the one that we just placed, and this would sum up to 5, not to 6. So we'll have to put this one as a non-pattern node. Now we can combine this with 2. There are 3 down here and 2 of them are green, which means that this one has to be in. Okay. And what about this node? This is a choke point. Choke points are always a good point to look at. We know that this node over here already has 1 and needs 4 more. Where could they be? So we could assume that we place 2 up here and then 1 here, then we'd still have another 1. So we have to take this one even if we take all of these. And if we go over here, we'd have to take this anyway, so this one is definitely in. Now comes the tricky part. Okay. Okay, so this is not much of new information anymore. We know that there are that there's still one down here and it's green, and it's all connected, but they are all connected to that anyway, so we can deactivate this. And then up here we know that there are 3 violet nodes, which is the same as what this node is telling us, so it's not used anymore too. Okay. Now the next step is again noting that there are 4 nodes left, and only 2 of them connect to this group. We know that one of them has to be down here, so it's either here or here that there is another node. If we place one here, then we'd in effect block these 2, because we know there's one here, so then they need another one, and if we place it here, they don't need any other one, so these 2 are out, but this leaves us with 2 more nodes to place, and the only way to place them is over here, which would also connect to this group. So this one cannot be in because it's connected to too many unknown nodes, namely 2. And if we block this off, we can place the 2 leftover nodes up here. I think that this is often a useful way to think about it, to think about how can I hide nodes, because in effect we want to hide 2 of the remaining nodes from this block, and yeah, that's a useful metaphor for me. Okay, so this one is out. One of them is in, so this one has to be in, and this one has to be out. Okay. 2 of the violet nodes are in, so both of them. Skip that. And now 1 red node is in, so this is not in, and we can use this to see that this one is in and this one is out. That was the entire level. I think it contains some very interesting thoughts that had to be thought. I hope you enjoyed watching it, and if you liked what you saw, please consider buying Paterna on its itch page or supporting it on Steam Greenlight. That is an inclusive OR, so you can also do both. Thanks for watching.